Symmetra is becoming a defense hero, and there could be special group channels coming to the game. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. Now, Tim Ford, who is an absolute legend, he's one of the developers on the Overwatch team. I remember back in 2016, the Sombra announce stream from BlizzCon. I did that with Tim Ford. He's an absolute legend. He's such a cool guy. Anyway, he's done an interview with Inven, which is one of the esports websites, and they asked him quite a lot of questions about Retribution, about Symmetra, and about possible grouping fixes or competitive fixes, and Tim gives some very interesting answers. There is a link in this video description to the entire interview if you guys would like to see that. However, I'm going to focus on a few different things. So to begin with, we're going to take a look at Symmetra. Now, Tim was asked about Symmetra, and this was his response. We are discussing the change right now, and although we can't tell you the details of each change, we would still like to let you know it will be a fairly dramatic change. One thing we can tell you is that Symmetra will turn from a support hero to a defense hero after the remake. Our aim is to make the usage of Symmetra even more flexible from it. So this doesn't really come as that much of a shock. Symmetra was never a support hero. She's a defense hero, even right now. Even with her kit right now, with the turrets, the teleporter, or the shield generator, she's not a support. She never occupied a support slot. She was a defensive hero. You could argue that defense is a stupid, pointless category anyway. You know, why do you even need defense? Because most of the defense heroes are just DPS heroes, with the exception of Torbjorn, I guess, and Symmetra when she gets put into that category. Anyway, we do know a few things about Symmetra. We know that her teleport looks to be a standard ability now, because remember the card that we showed a couple of videos ago? I'll throw it up on the screen now, but this shows you a number of teleports taking place, which is way more than like you would get through the teleporter ultimate. So that kind of does indicate that maybe they're looking at giving her like a deployable teleporter as an item, maybe like, you know, Team Fortress 2 kind of has. You know, as if Overwatch would rip off Team Fortress 2. Anyway, moving on, ladies and gentlemen. It looks interesting, right? This is clarification that Symmetra will become a defense hero. It makes sense. She always has been a defensive hero. In terms of what her other changes will be, who really knows? Like, are they going to change her turrets? Are they going to change her projected barrier? What are they doing with her ultimate? Well, like we kind of did suspect, it looks like Teleporter is going to be a standard ability. So much like Mercy with Mercy's Resurrect, you would imagine that the Teleport ability gets removed from the ultimate, because it wouldn't make any sense, right? But who knows? It's definitely one to follow. Go crazy in the comments below, guys, especially if you play Symmetra. What would you like to see happen to Symmetra? I think some of the ideas I had in the past were it'd be really cool if she could like detonate her turrets, or sort of have remote turrets that she could place, or she could place them at range so she could throw them into an area. Maybe she had different types of turrets, like mini little shield turrets. I don't know. She could have loads of different stuff. So I cannot wait to see the changes for Symmetra. They should be huge, because if they can make that hero playable and less of like a troll pick, I think that'll be awesome. Next up, we've got grouping. Now, this is super interesting. So basically, the interviewer said, look, Jeff Kaplan mentioned pre-made groups as the main solution to imbalance in role queue. However, the system within Overwatch is not a great way for players to find their teammates. So how are you going to fix it? And Tim gives a brilliant answer to this. Now, I've never seen, we've never been given this much information in terms of what they're trying to do. Now, in my opinion, we need to be able to form a group before we go into a game. But how do you achieve that? My answer is a ridiculous guild system where we can form our own groups and all of that good stuff. However, this is what Tim says. I've seen Jeff Kaplan's interview, and I, just like him, think the pre-made group is the main key. However, I don't think it is the preferred solution, since these groups could end up creating several different issues like longer queue time. Even if you do get to play a game in pre-made groups, wouldn't there be cases where things wouldn't work out during the communication? That is why this needs to still be inspected from several viewpoints. On that note, the Battle.net channel system, like the one in StarCraft 1, is one of the things we are inspecting. Now, what that means, ladies and gentlemen, that very final sentence there, it means various channels you can join. So you know right now you can go into general when you load up the game, and like this, it's just stupid chat, nobody cares. Imagine if you could go into EU 3000 to 3200, NA 1000 to 1500, You get where I'm going with this? You could have channels set up for the rank that you are. And then you could go into the channel and go, looking for group. So this is like going back to like World of Warcraft or MMO terminology. LFG, Tracer main, 3,200. Somebody might approach you and go, we need a Tracer in our group. That, it looks like, is where we're going first with the group system. It looks like they're not going to, or like a guild type of system. It's not really a guild system, but it looks like what they're going to do is make small minor changes instead of just going out going, bang, here's a massive guild system. Instead, they're going to give us this channel where we can join, which I presume would work just how I explained, and try and find other people to form a group with. Now, Tim's issue and the whole team's issue, and Jeff has spoke about this on multiple occasions, is how long it will take you to find a game. I think they're worrying about this because when you're in a 6 stack, it does take quite a long time to find a game. Hell, if you're in a triple stack, it takes a long time to find a game. If you add to that sitting in a chat channel going, guys, can somebody group with me? That might not be the best experience ever. This is why things like a role queue might be a better option, because then you're not sitting in a channel. You're just going, I want to play, or not even a role queue, a hero queue. So you're just like, I want to play Tracer. And then it just puts you in the DPS slot, you know, in a 2-2-2 comp. Things like that. It's such a complicated issue. I want you guys to go crazy in the comments below, but this is definitely the first time we've been given this type of information. It looks like at some point we will get grouping channels in Overwatch, and I hope they come out pretty soon because they are talking about it now. Typically, they speak about something and we see it fairly soon. The other big news is Symmetra is moving to a defense hero. Guys, I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. I hope you enjoyed the video. Also, as well, guys, the PTR has updated with loads of hero changes. If you play on PC, go and download the PTR. Check out the new Hanzo. Check the new Lucio. Check out the Junkrat. Check out the Tracer, the Genji nerfs. There's loads of changes on the PTR now. It is a very exciting time for Overwatch. All right, guys, I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then smash the like button. I hate saying that, but do it. Smash the like button, and I will catch you lovely lot on the next one. Toodaloo.